In the heart of North Africa lies a land that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth of kings and gods, and the shaping of human civilization itself. This is Egypt, a country whose history spans over 5,000 years, from the first settlers along the Nile to the bustling modern cities of Cairo and Alexandria. Join us as we journey through the complete history of Egypt, from pharaohs to the modern nation. The birth of Egyptian civilization. The story of Egypt begins over 7,000 years ago, along the life-giving waters of the Nile River. In a land surrounded by harsh desert, the Nile became a ribbon of life, providing fertile soil, food, and a natural highway for travel. These early communities eventually united into two regions, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. Around 3100 BCE, a powerful leader named King Narmer, also known as Menes, unified these two lands, creating the first dynasty of a united Egypt. This moment marks the beginning of one of the greatest civilizations in human history. The Old Kingdom, Age of the Pyramids. The Old Kingdom, often called the Age of the Pyramids, lasted from about 2686 to 2181 BCE. This was a time of great prosperity, stability, and monumental achievement. The pharaohs, believed to be living gods, commanded vast resources to build eternal tombs that would secure their place in the afterlife. Among these are the world-famous pyramids of Giza, built during the 4th dynasty. The pharaohs, believed to be living gods, commanded vast resources to build eternal tombs that would secure their place in the afterlife. Among these are the world-famous pyramids of Giza, built during the 4th dynasty. But as centuries passed, the power of the pharaohs weakened. Economic troubles, poor harvests, and political unrest led to the collapse of the Old Kingdom. Egypt entered a time of chaos, known as the First Intermediate Period. The Middle Kingdom, a time of renewal. After more than 100 years of division and decline, a new dynasty rose in Thebes, uniting Egypt once again. This was the dawn of the Middle Kingdom, around 2050 BCE. The pharaohs of this era focused less on divine power and more on the welfare of the people. They built irrigation systems, expanded trade, and restored order. The Middle Kingdom is often called Egypt's classical age, a period of balance, art, and literature. But stability never lasts forever. Invaders from the northeast, the Hyksos, brought with them new technologies like the horse-drawn chariot and bronze weapons. Their rule marked the Second Intermediate Period, a time of foreign domination. The New Kingdom, the Age of Empire. By 1550 BCE, Egyptian princes rose up from Thebes and drove the Hyksos out of Egypt. Thus began the New Kingdom, Egypt's golden age of power, wealth, and empire. Great pharaohs like Hatshepsut, one of history's first great female rulers, expanded trade routes deep into Africa. Thutmose III and Ramses II led Egypt's armies into Asia, carving out an empire stretching from Nubia to Syria. During this time, the temples of Karnak and Abu Simbel rose as eternal symbols of Egyptian glory. Art flourished, religion deepened, and Egypt reached the height of its civilization. But even as pharaohs built monuments to immortality, time was against them. Internal corruption, external invasions, and economic strain slowly eroded Egypt's might. By 1070 BCE, the great empire fractured once more, ushering in the Third Intermediate Period. Invasions and foreign rule. Over the next several centuries, Egypt became a prize for foreign powers. The Assyrians invaded, followed by the Persians. Each left its mark on the land of the Nile. But Egypt's cultural identity endured, its art, religion, and language surviving through centuries of turmoil. The Greek and Roman Egypt. In 332 BCE, Alexander the Great marched into Egypt. The Egyptians welcomed him as a liberator. He founded the city of Alexandria, which became one of the greatest centers of knowledge and culture in the ancient world. After Alexander's death, his general Ptolemy became ruler of Egypt, founding the Ptolemaic dynasty. This dynasty blended Greek and Egyptian culture for nearly 3 centuries. The last of their line was the legendary Queen Cleopatra VII. Cleopatra's rule ended dramatically with the Roman conquest in 30 BCE. After her alliance and tragic romance with Mark Antony, with her death, Egypt became a province of the mighty Roman Empire. The Islamic and Ottoman Egypt. Centuries passed and new empires rose. In 641 CE, Arab armies conquered Egypt, introducing Islam and the Arabic language. Cairo became a vibrant center of learning, art, and architecture. Under the Fatimids, Ayyubids, and later the Mamluks, Egypt became a jewel of the Islamic world, its scholars, traders, and craftsmen renowned across continents. In 1517, Egypt was absorbed into the Ottoman Empire, remaining under Turkish rule for nearly 300 years. Modern Egypt, from colonization to independence. Modern Egypt, from colonization to independence. In the 19th century, Egypt came under European influence. The construction of the Suez Canal in 1869 turned Egypt into a global crossroads, but also a target for control. By 1882, Britain occupied Egypt, shaping its politics and economy for decades. The 20th century brought new struggles for freedom. In 1952, a revolution led by Gamal Nasser overthrew the monarchy, establishing the Republic of Egypt. Nasser's leadership brought modernization, nationalism, and the dream of Arab unity. Later leaders like Anwar Sadat and Mubarak navigated wars, peace treaties, and political change. Egypt today. Egypt stands as a bridge between its glorious past and a hopeful future. From the ancient pyramids of Giza to the crowded streets of Cairo, Egypt remains a land of contrasts, ancient and modern, mystical and real. Through thousands of years of conquest and change, the spirit of Egypt endures, the spirit of a people who built one of humanity's greatest civilizations along the eternal Nile. This is Egypt, cradle of civilization, keeper of secrets, and a timeless reminder that history, like the Nile, forever flows onward.